The voice of the customer. How to 10 times your business with the voice of the customer data. In 1993, Abby Griffin and John R. Hauser from MIT wrote a 27-page paper entitled The Voice of the Customer, or VOC. What do you typically use your customer feedback for? Perhaps it helps you improve your product or service or deliver a much better customer experience. But what if you could use it also to increase your revenue? Gartner research recently discovered that collecting customer feedback can increase upselling and cross-selling success rates by 15 to 20%. The same report found that customer feedback can also help decrease the cost of retaining those same customers. As companies actively engage in the voice of customer programs, they end up spending 25% less on customer retention than those companies that don't. Another study by the Aberdeen Group called, quote, "The Business Value of Building Best-in-Class Voice of the Customer Programs," discovered that companies that invest in customer feedback programs experience a much higher client retention, employee engagement, and they spend way less on their customer service areas. And best of all, the research also discovered that companies who implement a voice of the customer, or VOC, strategy, they generally generate a 10 times greater year-over-year increase in annual company revenue. That's incredible. I mean, it's just incredible. However, to achieve similar results, you first need to understand what the voice of the customer is, and then how do you collect the data and use the feedback to grow your business? Increase the customer experience, increase loyalty. How do you do that? Well, let's start by defining what the voice of the customer data is. Voice of customer data is research. It's a research strategy, aimed to help you discover what your customers think of your business, your product, and your service. The term itself was first used by Abby Griffin and John R. Hauser in the 1993 MIT marketing science paper entitled The Voice of the Customer, who described the voice of the customer this way. VOC provides a detailed understanding of the customer's requirements, a common language for the team going forward in the product development process, key input for setting, you need that key input for setting the appropriate design specifications for the new product or service that you're considering implementing, and a highly useful springboard for product innovation. That's what the VOC is. Two things stand out, however, in this definition. Number one, detailed understanding of the customer's requirements, revealing that the voice of the customer strategy or program would provide an unparalleled insight into what your customers really want from your business or product or service. Unparalleled as it comes to you directly from the people who buy from you. Number two, common language for going forward in product development, etc., as they put in this paper. It's a result of that insight that the voice of the customer data becomes the platform for marketing highly informative business development decisions. We'll talk much more as we go on about the voice of the customer. In the meantime, make smart choices out there. Bye-bye.